Alrighty, everyone. Welcome to round 17 of the NASCAR Xtreme Iracing series. Coming at you live here tonight from the Atlanta Motor Speedway, round 17, 120 laps here from Atlanta Motor Speedway. Summer conditions here tonight. Going to be a hot, slick racetrack as we get ready to go. Green flag racing here momentarily from the Atlanta Motor Speedway. I want to thank everyone for coming out here tonight to Atlanta Motor Speedway for tonight's race coverage here on Xtreme Sim TV. We are ready to go racing. About 4 minutes of qualifying on tap. And you see Clint going out, Matthew Rush, Terry Cole Thomas is here this evening. Number 16 Texas Racing Machine. Matthew Fleming in the 88 machine. What about James Catone out there on track? Colette, David Hall, Spencer, Patrick Hernandez, all here ready to go racing here tonight at the Atlanta Motor Speedway round number 7. Now on track is Cole Thomas, Terry Collette, Matthew Rush, rolling out in the 11 machine. Matthew Fleming there as well. All ready to go racing here at the start of this one. So we'll get ready to go green flag racing here. 3 minutes left on the board. So as we continue to run, here qualifying underway right now. You see Cole K. Thomas now top of the board. In the 5 here as well. Dustin Stallings and the 5 machine, Derek Taylor in the number 58. Now as well, Matthew Rush, Clint right there, Matthew Fleming. Takes hold on, getting ready to go right now. Stallings, Taylor right there in the 58 machine for Texas Family Racing. But Matthew Rush right now on the pole with the 35-6-7. For that driver of the number 11 machine, Philip Molinex, get ready to come off pit road. Robert Fitzpatrick Sr. as well, get ready to Stallings, Taylor, Patrick Hernandez, Matthew Fleming Patrick Sr., who is growing in momentum here as we roll on in the season. He is most definitely gathering momentum. Checkered flag will be out. That will be the end of your qualifying session, and we will get ready for your starting lineup here in just a moment on Xtreme Sim TV. Alright, let's take a look here at your starting lineup here tonight from the Atlanta Motor Speedway. So, as we get ready to take a look here, here is your starting lineup. Row number 1, Dustin Stallings, Jared Kaler, starting from that first row. Both cars very strong, 30.5 for Dustin Stallings. Right alongside Jared Kaler in the 35s as well. Row number 2, Matthew Rush in the number 11. Sammy Davis in the 54. Row number 3, Terry Colan. Patrick Hernandez starts row number 3. Row number 4, Matthew Fleming and Robert Fitzpatrick Sr. starting inside the top 10 here tonight. We'll take a look here. Cole K. Thomas and Mr. Control in row number 5. Row number 6, Philip Molinex, David Hall. That's your 6th row, 12th car is there. Row number 7 is J.R. Miller and Jordan Stansel. Row number 8, rounding out the field, number 7 machine of Clint Wilton. That will be your 15th place car. And that will be the end of your starting lineup here tonight from the Atlanta Motor Speedway. It's a great starting grid here at Atlanta Motor Speedway here tonight. As we roll the cars off, we get ready to talk to everybody involved. Just trying to grab a pre-race interview with some of your drivers here tonight. And we'll go up to this front row of cars as the cars roll into 1 and 2. See Cole K. Thomas right there. Matthew Rush out inside of Jared Kaler. Something you're closer at Atlanta. As we rush the home. That's the pole here at. Hey, Matthew Rush, Matt up here in the booth. You got a copy. Hey, Matthew, buddy, it's Matt. You got a copy.
Yeah, how you doing, Matt? I think tire conservation is going to be big. You got to take care of your tires here. So I'm going to try to do is try to be there at the end. Yeah, maybe a little bit. It's all good, brother. All right, thank you.
Yes, sir, I got a copy. I honestly feel like it's going to take track position and taking care of your tires, and if this thing stays green, it's going to end up coming down to a fuel run as far as like having strategy wise, but just see what happens. The pits will be fine with everybody else. Thank you. Thank you, man.
Starting never going to work here at Atlanta Motor Speedway like that. Just hard impact for the 19 machine. Man, so there we have it. First caution tonight, Patrick Hernandez involved. One more look at it. And you see it 3 wide here into 3 and 4. Catrone outside. The 54 stuck middle. Wow. Everybody, oh man, who is out? Else is that they got collected as they slid through. The 15 machine's gonna get damaged. Jordan Stancil, and he's gonna be missing the front end. Nowhere for Jordan to go. We'll take a look from Jordan's point of view. Off of turn 4 this time. I feel bad for Jordan here because he was literally a passenger in all this. 3 wide, first lap, and just wham. Oh, whammo. Molinex through the grass to miss it. So 5 laps in, already our first caution of the evening. Taylor down, Stencil gonna have heavy damage. And let's see if we can talk to the driver of the 15 on pit road of Jordan Stencil. Well, Jordan and Stencil might appear in the booth. Get a copy, buddy.
Yeah, I got you, man.
Well, nowhere you can go there. 3 wide in front of you. They kind of took each other out there. Nowhere for you to avoid it there in the 15.
No, unfortunately, I was hoping that I could move down the racetrack a little bit and avoid them, but unfortunately, I don't have David outside me. I know Phil was coming, so I know I was running out of real estate, and I didn't want to rack up the field behind me, so I tried to just get by. I think the 19 as much as I could, but just ran out of room, like you said. So.
Yeah, not much you can do there. Big time impact, and well, get the car worked on as much as you can, buddy. That's about all you can do.
Yep, we'll try and salvage the rest of the day.
Alrighty, Mr. Jordan Stencil, buddy. I'll let you go. Best of luck for the rest of the race, man.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, really, the 15, the bad luck charm out of all this got collected up in it. Nothing he could have done any different. As we get ready to go once again. So here we go one more time. Everybody gonna come back to green one more time here tonight. Matthew Rush, James Catrone, and Cole K. Thomas. That's all in your top 4 right now, with Matthew Fleming in 5th, J.R. Miller in 6th, Dustin Stalling 7th, 8th right now, David Hall, Clint back there, Philip Molinex inside the top 10 here as we get ready for yet another restart after the first incident of the evening. Tried 3 wide, didn't pan out, and we ended up in trouble, but we'll get ready to go one more time here tonight. 7 of 120 in the books from the Atlanta Motor Speedway. Stallings up there in front, Hall there as well. All right, here we go. Cars down to back straightaway, ready for our restart. 8 of 120 complete. Here tonight from the NASCAR Xtreme Iracing Series round 17 at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Taylor, Rush, and Thomas, your top 3. Here we go. Side by side restart. Jared Kaler, Matthew Rush up front. Flagman gonna have the green in the air once again. Green in the air one more time. We're 9 and 120 complete. Back underway in Atlanta. Everybody back up to speed once again. Kaler, Matthew Rush, Koke Thomas. All up front. James Catrone right there as well. That is your top 4 here tonight at Atlanta Motor Speedway. 9 and 120 complete. Everybody gonna dive back in the line. Kaler back leading the way for Texas Family Racing. Matthew Rush right there in the 11, trying to hold off the charge here from Colt K. Thomas. Trying to make it a Texas Family 1-2. Can't do it. A little bit of a block there out of the 11 to keep him behind him. Here comes James Catrone working the bottom lane as well. Catrone right around the bottom of the racetrack looking for running room. Again, early caution here tonight at the Atlanta Motor Speedway. Right now, Thomas and Catrone side by side for third in a great battle. Catrone trying to hold him back there. Thomas trying to hold Catrone back there, can't do it. Lap time's pretty steady, just a few green flag laps on these tires at this point of this race. Here early on, 10 complete already. Here from the Atlanta Motor Speedway. Now 11 going on the board. Look at Catrone. Big run up to the 11. He'll jump to the top side off of 4. Here comes Thomas back to the bottom. Catrone, big move top side of the 11. Man, oh man, what a war up front right now between Catrone, Thomas, Rush, and trouble. Catrone around up the racetrack. He'll collect 2 more in the 21 and 7. Caution is out. More damage, and that time it is for the 38 of Catrone, who was running inside the top 3, gets turned around and collects a couple more. Caution back out on the racetrack. Catrone was in a great spot here. Was on the outside. The 11 comes up, turns the 38 across his nose. The 21 and 7. Nowhere to go. Big damage on both those cars early on in this one. The caution is out. Such a shame here for the 21. Heavy damage on that car. Jordan Stencil had damage as well earlier on. Now his teammate David Hall wrapped up in another one. It's going to be a rough day for David Hall Racing down there. You take a look here. Nowhere for this 21 to go. Another deal where they just get caught up in the incident in front of them. Him and his teammate both have had these incidents tonight. You see the 38 get turned. The 11's committed and just right up in the nose of that 11 machine. The 7 trying to get by. And that is quite a lot of damage on the front end of the 21 Bandit machine. Or Brant machine, excuse me. Quite heavily damaged. And he'll have to bring that car to pit road, unfortunately. And that will pretty much, for David Hall Racing, end any chance they got at winning this one tonight. One more look at it. You see the racing up in front of them. Again, just hard racing up front. And it's the guys behind that kind of pays the popper here as they get turned around down the back straightaway. And I guarantee you, if you're David Hall Racing right now, you are not happy. That is 2 torn up race cars in the span of just a few moments from things that were out of your control. And we'll have everybody from about 8th, 9th on back on pit road. But again, just horrible luck. Stallings, first car, fresh tires. The horrible luck for David Hall Racing early in the going here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. And right now we will ride around under caution. And let's talk to David Hall here, the 15 torn up. A lot of torn up race cars. If we can get David Hall up here to talk to him. Hey, David Hall, Matt up here in the booth. Got a copy?
I do, man. How's it going?
Oh, man, not an interview I wanted to do. I just got done interviewing your teammate. Now you've got 2 team cars in trouble here, damaged early. And both incidents, not your guys' fault at all, just nowhere to go.
Yeah, the first one, I was talking to Jordan, my teammate there. I was talking to him. You know, he may have got into the side of me there for that first caution, but I wanted to avoid him, so I just drove it in the grass and just let off the throttle and kind of just bounced it on through. And luckily, I didn't get damage from that. I checked it. But then the second one, you know, I saw the 38 facing the opposite direction, going and I know that this track washes up, but I thought he was going to keep it down there. And you know, at the split second entering 3, you had to make the decision to either go low or go high. I went high, and well, he carried it up the track and just pinned me up in the wall. You know, it is what it is. It's part of racing. I get it. It sucks to be this early, but maybe we can get it back on the track, and that was a decent finish tonight.
10-4 there, David. Best of luck going forward. I'm going to move you back down, buddy.
Appreciate it,
Man, 2 unfortunate incidents involving David Hall Racing. 2 of the race cars torn up on pit road as we get ready to go back to green with Kaylor, Thomas, and Fleming. Your top 3. Green flag is out. Fresher tires back here with Stalling. First car on freshies along with Matthew Rush there as well. We'll see what the 5 can do. Fresh tires on that machine. It'll be interesting just how much they matter after 17 laps. But remember, if we take a look here, car loose off of 4 or off of 2 there, but we take a look here at your race statistics already. We've run 8 of the 17 laps under caution. There's about a 10 lap difference on tires right now between Stallings and your race leader. We will see when that starts to affect him here. He's a bit quicker, little bit by little bit, right up there with Cole K. Thomas. Now starting to reel the front of the field in. I'm going to be interested to see as Kaylor leads here tonight over teammates Thomas and Fleming. Is it going to be a situation that where Stallings and Miller and some of these guys can use fresher tires in a short period of time? And it doesn't look like the 5 is gaining quite what I expected out of Stallings, which is a little bit shocking here with the tires on this car with 20 laps on the board. So 100 to go here at Atlanta. Jared Kaylor leads. Cole Thomas, Matthew Fleming, J.R. Miller, Dustin Stallings, Matthew Rush, Philip Mullinex, Terry Collette, and Clint, your top 9. Clint starts the damage cars, so we really got about 8 cars out there that has not already gotten damage in this first 20 lap event. So it's going to be kind of rough for a lot of these drivers, knowing now that a lot of cars out there has damage on their machines and not going to be a shot at a win here tonight. 21 this time by Thomas, Fleming, Miller right there second, third, fourth. Stallings there in 5th right now. And if you're the front of this field, you just want to take care of your equipment right now. We've seen a lot of cars get torn up early as we work around 17 here tonight. Kaylor out front Thomas there and Fleming this time by. Field working their way down the front straightaway once again. Here tonight at the Atlanta Motor Speedway is Jared Kaler out front, leading the way right now. So right now we were looking 22 of 120 complete here tonight. So with 22 laps complete, Jared Kaler out front right now, leading the way. Thomas and Fleming this time by. Right now, everybody hanging on 22 on the board. Kaler up top of the racetrack, doing a great job leading right now. Leading the party with Kaler and Thomas up front. Okay, we're out front right now for Texas Family Racing. Thomas, Fleming, Stallings right here tonight. Philip Mullinex up to 7th, kind of surviving right now, doing what he needs to do on board that number 8 machine, Tracker Bones. Philip Mullinex sitting inside the top 7 right now. And right now, as we continue to run early on here at Atlanta Motor Speedway, everybody doing a wonderful job keeping it under control. Everybody doing a wonderful job right now. Right now up front, Jared Kaler leading the way right at the moment, leading the way. Right now, you see right now, Colgate Thomas in the mix as well. Having a great run also. Battle right here between the 88, 66, 11. Here comes Matthew in the 11. Valvoline machine up through the mix. One is a great run right now, working their way through. Take a look as they work their way down the back straightaway. Colgate Thomas right there, falling back. Matthew Fleming there as well. Having a great run here. Everybody continuing to rock and roll right now. Again, we came to Atlanta back on March the 29th. Ran 135 laps. It was Kevin going to victory lane in that one. Right now, though, everybody kind of single file. Again, this one 15 laps shorter than we ran back here in March of this year. At the moment, everybody hanging on. They straighten their way up. Jared Kaler right there. Matthew Rush. Kaler, Matthew Rush. Fleming in the 88. Cole K. Thomas there as well. And again, out of this being race 17 this year, as you get tight right there with the 5 Stallings. But again, coming in here tonight, 7 of the 16 races we have ran has went to Texas Family Racing here. Just a dominant year for Texas Family. You know, Fleming wants to get up there as well. Matthew Fleming right there doing a great job taking the win last week. But it's been the teammates between him. So it was 8 wins over 16 races. Half the races so far ran this year has went to this team at Texas Family Racing. Atlanta, though, one of the tracks they didn't find success the first time around. And right now, the 11 Rush running down Jared Kaler little by little right now. $31 of 120 complete here tonight. It's Kaler and Matthew Rush battling for the race lead at the moment. We go all the way back here to March of this year when we ran here. We had 10 lead changes over the run. Temperature was around 72 degrees of Fahrenheit earlier in the year. Here today, a little bit warmer across the board as we watch this battle for the race lead. But again, up into the summer here, we're about 2 degrees warmer on the air temperature right now than what we've seen in March here this evening. Right now, Kaler and Rush leading the way. Great battle. Fleming falling back to third here at the moment. If we go back and we look back at Atlanta Motor Speedway, it was Jared Kaler coming home third, Rush coming home fourth. So both of these guys had top 5 finishes at Atlanta the first time around. Back at Atlanta in March. Right now, top 2 on the racetrack. Separating ourselves from everybody else right now as we put 35 on the board this time by. Well, interesting to note though, Kaler's fastest lap time back in March was a 30.15. So we are about 0.7 of a second slower than what we were back here in March. And the best lap of the race in March was in the 29.9 was in the 29.9 bracket. Here tonight, the fastest lap we've seen so far was still in the 30s. Back on lap 3 by Dustin Stallings, he turned to 37. So the field in general, quite a bit slower here tonight than what we were last time out here in March. The field's, I tell you what, Matthew Rush still hounding Jared Kaler as they come down the front straightaway once again. J.R. Miller back here in the 78. Cole K. Thomas, Matthew Fleming behind Dustin Stallings. I still don't see these tires playing to the effect that Stallings wanted. I don't think 8 laps on them, green flag, was enough to really make the difference that Stallings was looking for by taking that pit road strategy that he did take. Just didn't pan out the way he wanted. But right now it's Kaler leading, Rush in second, Stallings in third. It's not what he wanted to hear here. Just didn't pan out. So right now, as we continue to run at the moment, you got Jared Kaler, Matthew Rush, everybody hanging on Dustin Stallings, Matthew Fleming, all right there in the mix as well. 38 of 120 complete here at the Atlanta Motor Speedway. Second time we came out to Atlanta here this year. And Fleming right there, J.R. Miller, Philip Molinex hanging on there as well. And what has been a pretty good even race right now over the first 39. So right now, 39-40 on the board this time by. And what has been a crazy season here for the NASCAR Xtreme Iracing Series. Out front, Kaler and Rush still lead. Stallings second, or Stallings third, Fleming fourth, Thomas fifth, Miller sixth, Molinek seventh, Sinsel is 10th, 8th is Terry Collette right now. Right now hanging on, 40 of 120 complete, 20 laps away from halfway at Atlanta Motor Speedway here tonight. Man, what a night for the NASCAR Xtreme Series, coming back to Atlanta for the second time. And we'll continue to run right now on what has been a great way to keep this thing going. Terry Collette back there in the 83, riding around. Matthew, Dustin, Fleming, everybody hanging on. Now Fleming to pit road. Here we go. Tires for Fleming and fuel right now just shy of, I believe, 42 laps on the set. Now multiple cars, Miller down. We'll see if Kaler comes down this time by. He does, just past 42 laps. Jared Kaler to pit road. And again, a couple of those were even pace laps. So he was able to stretch it out to 42 that run. And down pit road, Jared Kaler comes. Man, round 17. Just a crazy deal. Again, right now here comes Kaler off of pit road. So Kaler will exit pit road here. Matthew Rush leads the way, 30 on the board. And again, you take a look, 44, 120 complete here tonight. Great battle. Matthew Rush leading, Dustin Stallings right there behind him. They can go a bit further. So everybody back to Terry Collette on a bit of different pit cycle than everyone else here. So again, that's going to be the fun part for me, is a little bit different pit cycle playing out. Terry Collette, you're going to lose some ground right now, but will you gain it back in the long run? So Matthew Rush up front right now, leading the way. Down the back straightaway right now, Terry Collette, Dustin Stallings, Matthew Rush here in the 11 on pit road as well. It has been a hectic night here. 46 of 120 complete, 75 to go in Atlanta Motor Speedway. So 75 laps left in this one from the Atlanta Motor Speedway here tonight. So right now, 46 going on the board. Jared Kaler continuing to lead right now in that number 58 machine. Cole K. Thomas right there behind him. Kaler leads Thomas right behind him as well. So everybody hanging on. Kaler out front. Thomas second, Fleming third. That's your top three here at Atlanta right now as they continue to run. Again, down the front straightaway for Jared Kaler, leading the way right now. You see it right now as they work their way through 48 on the board here tonight from Atlanta Motor Speedway. And what has turned out to be a pretty smooth race. Kaler leading right now. Fleming, Miller, Dustin Stallings, Jordan Stencil kind of has recovered a little bit. Damage on the machine, but still right there hanging on. About 2 seconds off. Philip Molinex 1 lap down into number 8 machine, Tracker Boats machine, trying to get his lap back here from Kaler. He's going to be side by side with Kaler. No, he's going to get loose. Hang on to it, Phil, man. You don't want to throw it away. You're still the lucky dog car. You don't want to get in trouble here trying to race your way back by the leader and wreck your equipment worse or injure Knight. So you don't want to do that, as he does have fresher tires, but Kaler able to hold him off here. 7 complete. Kaler out front. Fleming, Thomas all involved as well. David Hall, he has 16 on his run right now. You see Matthew Rush there in 5th. J.R. Miller in the 78 right there as well. Great little battle between Cole K. Thomas. Big stack up here into 3 and 4. And this is kind of the argument of tires here, about a 4-lap difference on some of these cars. How much does it matter here after the field has ran a long run here? Quite a bit. That's 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, all right there in a kind of a glob off of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Molinex has gotten back around Kaler. That will put him back on the lead lap if we were to get a caution at some point here tonight. Right now, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, all right here running in a pack. It's Matthew Rush trying to get back to the race lead, and does. Rush leader. Now here comes the 5 of Stallings following Rush through here down the back straightaway right now. About 8 laps away from cross flags here at Atlanta. Signal for halfway through this one tonight here at Atlanta Motor Speedway next time by. And what do you do if you're Rush, Stallings, right there in this little bit of a Texas family party up front here with Fleming and Thomas? You're starting to run down Kaler little by little. Those couple of laps difference on tires are paying off a little bit here. A little bit more than I expected them to. Starting to close back in on your race leader. And right now, Kaler out front, leading the way at the moment. He's got to think about what he needs to do here as your race leader, right? I mean, you definitely got to think about what you got to do here as a race leader right now, and saving your equipment to the end. You don't want to burn it up. You see the 7 machine at Clint right there in 9th. That is Clint. Jordan Stencil back here as well, 2 laps down. Terry Collette 1 lap down also. So a lot of cars here. Philip Molinex on the very edge of going a lap down, but right now Kaler, he has lost ground to Matthew Rush right now. Rush to the back bumper with Dustin Stallings in tow, and I believe those few laps that they've got on those tires are going to allow them to make the move around Jared Kaler right now. We don't know how it's going to play out in the long run, but right now it's going to work out in the favor of the 11 and the 5 up to the back bumper of Kaler. And it looks like Molinex is probably going to go back down the lap here when all this sorts out, because he's right in front of that traffic that is behind him for the race lead. Taylor right there, and I wonder how much the air off of that number 8 machine of Molinex is affecting your race leader right now. Here comes the 5 of Fleming, trying to poke ahead. Or the 5 of Stallings trying to poke under Rush. He'll poke down low in the Valvoline number 5 machine. Good move to the bottom. 64 to go at Atlanta. We got 64 more laps here tonight, folks, at the Atlanta Motor Speedway. What has been a great race all afternoon here for the NASCAR Xtreme Iracing Series, here with 58 going on the board. Next week, a lot of fun. We come back here to Daytona Beach, Florida for the road race. Big deal down there in Daytona with road racing. Looking forward to that next week. .56 on the board, and there you go, Mullinex. Oh, Kaylor nearly gets took out there as they got stuck up behind lap traffic. Mullinex finally pulls aside. And you got to sit here and think to yourself, they went 42 laps with the help of the cautions. So I'm thinking without cautions, probably around 38, 37 will be the length we'll see them go. But right now, Dustin Stallings all over the back bumper of Jared Kaylor right now. And again, 60 to go here tonight. As we come through, Kaylor about got turned. Stallings' car washes up the racetrack. Kaylor hangs on, but Stallings, along with Rush, all over the back bumper right now. So it's going to be Kaylor, Stallings, Rush, Fleming, everybody top four. And what they're going to have to do, they're going to have to sit down, plan this out, try to plan your attack once again, because you know you're not really running out of laps, but when pit stop cycle comes again, it's going to cycle through, mix all this back up, and Kaylor will have the advantage for the first little bit, stopping first if that's how it plays. Oh, trouble. Kaylor gets tagged by the 5. He'll go up the racetrack. The 5 will come on through. Dustin Stallings to the race lead. Let's go take a look at what happened. Wow. On the board with Dustin Stallings. He'll get to the back bumper of Jared Kaylor through lap traffic. Hall was right there and just a slight bit of contact moved that 58 up the racetrack. That, my friends, is a bump and run. Stallings to the race lead. Stallings to the race lead. Rush, Kaylor, Fleming all fall behind. Kaylor, Fleming, Mullinex right here. Kaylor cannot be happy. Got turned sideways up the racetrack, lost the race lead. Not only that, how much damage did it do to those tires on the 58? Getting turned across this cheese grater of a racetrack the way he did. .56 laps to go here tonight. So right now, 55 to go this time by. As we cycle through again, we'll have 2 more stops here tonight from Atlanta Motor Speedway to round out the evening. .23, 20 right there on the board. 23 for Kaylor. Everybody hanging on up front. Stallings, Rush, Kaler, Fleming up front right now. Terry Collette right there in 83 as well. Great run inside 8th. But it's Stallings leading right now. 54 to go at the Atlanta Motor Speedway. Stallings leads the way. Rush second right now. Right now, Rush or Stallings leads in the 5. Kaler in the 58 right now. Up front of this racetrack at the moment. Right now, it is going to be Dustin Stallings, Matthew Rush, Jared Kaler, Matthew Fleming, Cole K. Thomas right there, your top 5 as they continue to run with 53 to go. And it looks like Stallings can go another 20 laps. Well, this might be a one-stop race here, because that puts 32 to go for Stallings. Fleming a little less. Kaler right in the middle. Everybody should actually be good to go on one more stop till the end here at Atlanta. 51 laps to go this time by. So everybody kind of on this final stint to your final stop. I think Kaler will try to short pit it, probably around lap 38 or so, trying to cut back into the lead of Stallings. Kaler right there. Remember, he got turned off the nose of Stallings. That gave Stallings this race lead. Matthew Rush right there alongside of Kaler at the moment. Jared Kaler fights through. Great job. So you see it right now. Jared Kaler, Stallings, Fleming back here. Thomas in the mix, kind of running back there. Here comes Matthew Rush, pit road. 50 to go. I'm not sure you're going to make that. And he's going to slide through the box. That's going to be an oopsie daisy. Robert Fitzpatrick Jr. on pit road as well. Those two cars may be out in the running for a win here tonight. Matthew on pit road right there, but we continue to run. 72 and 120 complete. 49 to go for Stallings, Kaler, and Fleming. 42 to go for Stallings, Kaler, and Fleming right now. These cars hanging on. Thomas and Mr. J.R. Miller in the mix right now. So J.R. Miller right there in that number 78 machine hanging on. As we come just past the 10 o'clock hour right now. And what a race at the moment. We are having J.R. Miller getting caught up in traffic as he tries to snake through. Stallings out front right now by 1.366 seconds over P2 at the moment. Well, what a race right now from 74 of 120 complete. 47 laps to go. Dustin Stallings hangs on out front, 1.3 back. Jared Kaler and Matthew Fleming there as well. $75 of 120 complete here tonight. 46 laps to go. 46 to go here tonight right now. Fleming third, Kaler second. Stallings leads here tonight. 76 of 120 complete. 45 to go, looking for final stops. Miller pit road. Here comes J.R. Miller down pit road to Valvoline. 78 machine hits a stall, nice and easy. 4 fresh tires and fuel. Right now, everybody hanging on. Dustin Stallings out front right now, leading the way. Stallings leads. Kaler second. Fleming third. Right now, 44 laps to go here tonight. Dustin Stallings out front right now in the 5, leading the way right now, doing a great job. Right now, Stallings, Kaler, Fleming, your top 3. Thomas, Rush, Mullinex in 6th, 1 lap down. Rush 1 lap down in 5th as we cycle through our stops. Dustin Stallings leads right now, 77 on the board, 42 to go. Right now, Jared Kaler second, Matthew Fleming third. Fleming pit road, 42 to go, right on the edge of their limit. Cole K. Thomas there as well. Stallings still leads. Dustin Stallings leading the way right now. Kaler to pit road. Right now, here comes a 58 of Jared Kaler now at the pit road this time by 4 fresh tires and fuel on Kaler's machine. Stallings still leading the way. Kaler going to try to take tires bunny hot. Stallings here with 41 to go. I think this is the call for Kaler here to get back by the 5. Remember, it was the 5 getting in the back of Stallings earlier in the night that caused an issue. Or Stallings getting in the back of Kaler that kind of caused that issue for Kaler to lose the lead. Here comes Stallings a lap later down pit road. And I think this is probably going to cycle Kaler back out in front of Stallings. Just that lap different. Pit road time 39.1 for Jared Kaler. Let's see what it's going to be for Stallings here. 40 flat, so about a second faster on pit road was Kaler. Now can he use the momentum to get back around the 5? And I think that's going to be the difference. There it is, Jared Kaler back to the race lead in front of the 5 of Dustin Stallings. Now with the tires being equal, I'm not sure that Stallings has enough to get back to Jared Kaler. Matthew Rush still out there looking for a pit lane stop. You take a look at the pit lane time, Jared Kaler, he was the fastest on pit road through that last cycle with a 39.1 at the moment. Again, that 39.1 pit lane stop, that's end to end. Includes a 14.6 second pit stop. He made that second up on pit lane by end to end. He did not make that up in the pit box. Did a great job managing pit road speed to make up enough over Stallings, Miller, and the guys behind him. You have to be thinking to yourself now, what is it going to take for any of these guys to get back around to caution? That's what it'll take. Yellow is out, and look at that. We will re-rack them once again, caution on the racetrack. Not extremely sure where the yellow was out, but caution is out. Trying to see if we can find a problem here on the racetrack. Nevertheless, caution is out. Was it J.R. Miller maybe? Or is he just coming out of pit road? Oh yeah, it was J.R. Miller, I do believe. In the 78. Let's see. Let's see here. Yep, got alongside Fitzpatrick Sr. And nope, not gonna end well. Well, Miller and Sr. makes some contact, caution flies. 36 to go, we'll re-rack them and stack them. And that has got to be disappointing for Kaler. He had a great situation. And let's talk to the driver in just a moment. Man, that is unfortunate, because I do think that was probably the strategy of the night. And his mic's muted. He is not happy, I don't think, with the yellow. All right, Mr. Kaler, Matt in the booth, you got a copy of it, buddy? Hey, buddy, it's Matt up here in the booth. Well, man, you had the perfect strategy, and the caution comes out, and I didn't think Stallings could get back to you there. What you got to back around him on tire strategy?
Yeah, I think that if it went green, I would have made another stop. But I was kind of aiming for maybe doing 2 tires or gas only, because I would think everyone was like 5 or 10 laps short. But obviously that plan's now out of the window, and I think it's going to be close whether you can make it from here on the end, but it's going to be interesting, I think.
Well, let's go back a few laps there, man. You was leading the way. Stallings got to your bumper, give you a little bit of a bumper tap, and you go up the racetrack, slide the tires. We know it that when you do that here in Atlanta, this cheese grater, man, just grades them tires on you. Are you happy you survived that at least?
Yeah, I think it was a bit more than a bump, but it slid the tires a lot, and I think it wore out on the tires now. So quite a bit of damage on that pit stop after 12 seconds of damage that I got fixed. So I think that really hurt the speed of the car for that run, but we got it all fixed, and hopefully we can we're on the same tires now, and hopefully it's going to be a good race at the end.
Well, back here in March, buddy, you finished top 5. You got to get there and do a little bit better this time to go get your victory lane.
Yeah, I think we have a car to do it, so we've been fast all day, led a lot of laps, and hopefully we can continue that streak and get through some of these cars and get back up to the front.
On 10 floor, man, I'll give you a stat before you go. If one of you guys win, it would be either the 8th or the 9th win for Texas Family Racing in this season.
Man, I didn't realize that, but it's been really competitive, and the whole team has been really fast, and they've picked up a lot of speed, everyone, over the course of the season, so I'm excited to see what the rest of the season holds for us.
All right, man, well, best of luck there, Jared, as we get ready to go back forward.
Thank you.
Here we go. Double file restart. 87 to 120 complete. Fuel mileage going to be interesting here. With the pace car lights out on this pace car, we will be ready to go for a race restart here tonight. Just got done talking to the driver of the 58, Jared Kaler, here tonight, ready to go racing one more time. 87 to 120 complete. It's Stallings, Matthew Rush. Up front, Dustin Stallings right there as well. A late race restart here at Atlanta. 87 to 120 on the board. Right now, coming out of turn 4, lights are off on the iRacing pace car. We are ready to go. Double file, Rush, Stallings, Fleming, your top 3. And green flag in the air, we're back underway at Atlanta Motor Speedway 88 on the board this time by Rush leads in front of Fleming into turn 1. Right now we got 7 cars on the lead lap, and look at that. Fighting his way back on the lead lap, Philip Molinex. What a job he has done. Fighting, scratching, and clawing all night long to hang on to the lead lap here tonight. Up top of the 21. He's got to come through some traffic here. He had started at the rear, but right now it's Fleming all over the back of Rush, Stallings, and Kaler. Right there as well. In contact again between the 5 and 58. Wow. Stallings not giving Jared Kaler a break here. Trouble behind them. Car out of shape. More cars out of shape. Car in the outside wall. Inside wall. That is the 7 machine, but we stay green. Right now, Kaler all in front of Stallings. Stallings putting the bumper to Kaler again. We've seen that happen earlier, and now the caution. And I'm assuming it's for the 7 back straight away. Caution out. We'll take a look. Oh, Senior going to get wrapped up in another one here. This time, Clint. Oh, wow. And, yep, that's a caution. Down the back straightaway, caution is out. And let's see if we can get a hot interview here with Dustin Stallings, because this is going to be good. Because, yeah. Talk to the 5. Dustin Stallings, Matt, up here in the booth. Got a copy?
Yes, sir, I got you.
All right, man. You're up there in the battles with that number 58 machine of Jared Kaler. And talked to Jared, interviewed Jared earlier. Jared was not too happy about the bump earlier on. Then we seen just a moment ago, you got to his bumper again. What's it going to take to get around this number 58?
Man, I clearly feel like I got a faster car than him. I mean, I'm not going to cut him any slack. Early in the season, he's never cut me any slack. So, getting to the point in the season, just go big or go home.
Well, man, I'll tell you what, you've got a fast number 5 Valvoline machine. There's somebody else in a number 5 car here lately has been winning a lot of races. Maybe you can kind of carry the torch on the simulator now.
I'm hoping so, but if I can't pull it off, I ain't really too worried about it.
Well, man, best of luck here going forward, buddy. And you got just a few laps to get her done, just over 20, so best of luck.
Appreciate it, man. I'm trying to make something happen.
All right, that's Dustin Stallings, the number 5 machine. Let's go get Mr. Philip Molinex here in that number 8 machine. Philip Molinex, it's Matt up here in the Xtreme Simmer TV booth. You got a copy?
I got a copy. How's it going?
It's going good. Well, buddy, you have put up a fight to get back on the lead lap, my friend.
Yeah, it's been fun. Tonight's a fun race.
Well, now you're back in the top 5. Can you at least come away at the top 5 tonight?
I think so. You know, it's been a different race tonight. I don't have people being negative in my ears telling me I suck and I need to go on a NASCAR heat racing. So, yeah, this car feels good. I did have practice yesterday, and you know, the car's handling great. It got a little bit into the wall beginning of the race, but no different outcome so far. So we still got some good tires. Missed a couple of 2 big wrecks at the beginning of the race. So I'm very excited for tonight's outcome.
Well, when we were here in March, buddy, way back in March, God, it seems like we were here yesterday, right? But back in March,
It does.
you come home 19th in the field. Well, here tonight, you're in the top 5. So you'll definitely, if this continues, since this is the first season of NASCAR Xtreme, you'll your best career finish at the Atlanta. So, you know, that's a positive.
That's a huge plus, man. It's just been, this year's been a lot of learning and a lot of figuring things out. So pretty cool to see
Okay, I so hope this don't jinx you here, buddy, but I gotta fill in for the missing part that you missed tonight. Phil, if you suck. There you go. There you
Thanks.
I'm filling in for it, buddy. All right, man.
Appreciate it, buddy.
It's all right. See you next week, man. Have a great run.
All right, man. Thank you.
All right, there we go. Philip Molinix there inside the top 5 right now. 93 and 120 to go. Rush leads. Fleming second. Kaler third. Stallings fourth. Here we go. Coming to green this time by. Field off of turn number 4 this time by. Oh, very faint. Let's see. That is weird. There we go. I'll give them a little bit more boost. Didn't realize that. Discord had him muted. I don't know what has been going on with Discord lately, guys. It's driving me nuts. Double file right now down the back straightaway. Dustin Stallings right there. Matthew Fleming as well. Everybody fighting their way through. Matthew Fleming, oh, trying to hang on with Rush right there, and Stallings in the mix as well. Jared Kaler, Cole K. Thomas back here in the mix is going to be, oh, contact between Kaler and Stallings. Stallings up to here. Oh boy, this is not going to end well. If Stallings gets back to the back bumper of Kaler, this is not going to be good, folks at home. Oh, contact again with another Texas family car. That time the 88 or the 66 of Thomas. We have war on the racetrack between Stallings and Texas Family Racing. And this, I hate to say it, Stallings, buddy, but that's not a war you're going to win. You're going to be outnumbered by race cars. Look at the run Stallings getting. He is driving with a target on the back of that number 58 of Jared Kaler. Everybody at home, grab your popcorn because this is about to get going. Kaler closing on the 88 of Fleming, going, help me, teammate. I've got a shark in the water behind me, and he is coming down the front straightaway. It's going to be 97 and 100 complete. 97 and 120 complete. Look at the drive out of the 5. Off the turn number 2. Oh boy, this is about to get good. As they head for turn number 3. The 5 all over the back bumper of Kaler. Kaler trying to get away. More contact with another Texas family car. This is like ping pong ball with Texas Family Racing. Wow, oh wow, oh wow. Stallings beating himself by trying to get to the back bumper of Jared Kaler. Oh man. Right now, up front, Matthew Rush. Miller in the mix now with this. We're coming just shy of 20 to go. At the Atlanta Motor Speedway, Rush leads. Kaler, Stallings, Miller, your top 4 here tonight. Boy, oh boy, Dustin Stallings not giving up hope, but look at this. Kaler throwing a bead on the 11. Look at the 5 dive down in the corner, just trying to get an opportunity to get around the 58 machine. Poor Phil dropped to 7th. He's just getting out of all this before it occurs. We know there's some heat now between the 5 to 58. Now what do you do coming off of turn 4? Man, oh man, oh man, oh man. Taylor trying to hang on. Miller there in the mix as well. And Rush just trying to keep all this craziness in his rearview mirror. Here comes Kaler to the bottom. Looks for a lane. Can't do it. And here comes Fleming, the 88 Beer Nuts machine, trying to get back to Dustin Stallings. Here we go down the front straightaway right now. Kaler and Rush up front, 100, 101 on the board, 20 to go here at Atlanta Motor Speedway this time by. Miller tries to get underneath Stallings for 3rd. Not going to be enough. This is just a war here on the racetrack right now. Now Stallings starting to get away from J.R. Miller. That'll help him out a little bit. But it's Jared Kaler leading behind Matthew Rush. J.R. Miller back there with Stallings. And look who's creeping up. That's Matthew Fleming, the driver of the 88 Beer Nuts machine. Kaler steps out beside the number 11 Valvoline machine that time. Oh, Miller up the racetrack, nearly got into the 5. Wow. Now Fleming to 4th. Fleming trying to get by J.R. Miller. And a lot of these cars just hitting the exit button. Just like, yeah, I'm getting out of this war. Now it's going to be Stallings, Rush, 2 Texas family cars, 2 independents up front, cars sideways. Excuse me, 1 David Hall racing car and an independent up there getting after it. 18 laps to go in Atlanta. Now what? Kaler seems to have ran his equipment dry here, trying to get to Matthew Rush. The 88 though, that car may be the fastest on the racetrack. Let's check last time by. Indeed, it would be the 88, the fastest of the top 5. Last time by, that car coming alive. So Kaler's car giving up a bit here as well, but right now that 88 is starting to come alive here. The Beer Nuts number 88 machine. This is a game of saving tires right now with 16 to go. Now what you have here, Fleming's got to make quick work of the 5 if he's going to get up there to your race leader. He's about 0.6 of a second off the lead right now. Definitely doable, but he's going to have to get by the 5 in pretty rapid succession. And that's going to be a little bit easier said than done, because that 5 is not cutting any brakes today. And you do not get a break today out of that 5 machine right now from Dustin Stallings. Stallings, Fleming, Miller back there. Right now, all this is helping Rush. Even though he's the slowest car right now out of the top 4, this battling behind him is going to help him kind of maintain that race lead here, coming down to the final 15 laps of this race. And you take a look at this, you have to realize, if you're at home, guys, the leader of Rush, probably the slowest car in the top 5 right now, lap time wise, but with all of this battling behind him, it's going to open up the gap. Kaler starting to close in. Stallings coming off the bumper of Kaler a little bit. So now it looks like it's going to be the 11:58 show up front. Fleming now getting held up by Stallings quite a bit. Stallings really overdrove that car trying to get back to Kaler, and I think it's pretty much gave up the ghost at this point. Is ahead for turns 1 and 2. What do you do if you're one of these drivers up front? Fleming up next to the wall, trying to change his lane. Just not enough here. I think they have burnt their equipment up. Now Kaler putting pressure on the back bumper of the 11. And ooh, Stallings up the racetrack. And look at this, the 88 of Fleming chasing Stallings up the racetrack there. This is getting dicey here between Texas family and Dustin Stallings. Man, oh man. Oh boy, oh boy, oh. This is getting dicey. Stallings nearly got in a fence there. Big run for Fleming. We're going to watch both battles here. Now what do you do? Everybody to the top of the racetrack right now. Man, these tires are getting old on these race cars late in the going. Here we go down the back straightaway. Kaler already all over Matthew Rush out front. Man, oh my. Rush and Kaler leading Taylor now looks to the bottom, nowhere to go, 10 to go. Dustin Stallings right now holding up Fleming and J.R. Miller. Fleming's got to be like, hey dude, let me through. I've got a faster race car, but it don't matter. Right now, that 5 holding them off. At this track, the tires have gone to the point that everybody's up by the wall. I don't think you're going to get it done on the bottom here. And so this has really made the situation for Kaler even more difficult with 9 laps to go. Kaler nearly clips the grass trying to hold on. He's got to get up there, get up on the wall, and really get that run through the center of the corner. If you're Jared Kaler, if you're Matthew Rush, just keep him lined up in your rearview mirror and keep him behind you. Looky there, Stallings starting to creep back forward now. Did he save enough? Coming to 8 to go. The war of tires up front. Last time by, 32/8 across the board for the front 3. Fleming dropped off to 33 flat. 2/10 slower. Now the 5, 11, 68, virtually the same lap times. Kaler's gonna have to get up there and pull something to get around the 11. You're not gonna do it running into tire tracks here. Coming off of turn 4 this time by. Big move. That's where he tends to get his run. He's gonna have to get to that left rear quarter panel before they get to turn 1, because then they're gonna have to both go up the racetrack, as you see right there. Kaler holds on to P2. This end of the racetrack where I feel like Kaler's a bit better than Rush, and you can see it coming off the corner normally is where you're going to see it. Let's ride on board Jared Kaler's car, 6 laps to go. Now he's going to switch over. He'll go to the wall, start to cut down the racetrack. And you see him about a half a lane lower that time than the 11 could get down. That's going to give him a run. Here to go down the back straightaway. Not enough though. He's got to time this perfectly. Into 3 and 4. The 11 now driving more defensive. The 11's going to wash up the racetrack slightly. That'll give Kaler a run. Kaler's got to keep the pressure. Here we go across the stripe. Kaler looks to the bottom, nothing doing. Again, 5 to go this time by. These two have checked out on the field behind them. Oh, the 5 outside wall. Slides up into the wall. That's going to get Fleming a run into 3. Fleming is going to make that run stick, maybe. 5 on his door. Wow. That 5 giving 0 room. Kaler falls off of, Rush. Kaler to the race lead. What happened to Rush? What happened? Matthew Rush with a mistake. As we were watching the battle for 4th, what happened here? Well, there you have it. And caution, yellow on the racetrack. Kaler moved the 11 for the race lead. Now caution on the racetrack. Wow. What was the yellow for? Let me go talk to race control. Alright, we got some confirmation on the caution. It was out for the 11 machine getting turned off of turn number 4. So that was the cause of caution. Green, white, checkered finish, this time by. So 3 laps to go here. We're going to get ready to go back to green. Here we go, coming to green this time by. Lights are going to be out on the pace car this time. Kaler, Stallings, Fleming, your top 3 here tonight. Here we go, coming to green this time by. Here we go, coming to green. Kaler gonna take the race lead. Stallings, Fleming, Matthew, all right there as well. Everybody has fresh tires. We're ready to go. Green, white, checkered at Atlanta. So now green, white, checkered finish at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Here we go, going to be a great restart. 2 to go this time by. You gotta watch here as we come to green this time by. Flag to fly, Kaler and Stallings up front. Coming to green this time by, final restart. Here we go, coming to green. The green flag is out. Everybody gonna hang on. Great restart here as they head into turn 1. There goes Justin Stallings right back to 3rd, now 4th. Here comes the 88 machine coming for the race lead. Wrecking behind them, 5 around into the inside wall. Looking for the caution here. No caution. Now it flies here as they come out of turn 4. Yellow's out. And yellow out here back straight away. And yellow's out. So we'll restack them again. Caution back out once again. So we get ready to restart here. 3 laps to go. Let's go take a look at that last restart. What a restart it was. As we had cars and carnage. Watch Jerry Kaler up front here get a great restart here. Great restart. Watch again. Just a wonderful restart. Kaler is just gonna... Wow. Here we go, coming to 2 laps to go this time by. So we'll get ready for yet another restart this time by. All right, coming back to green this time by 3 to go this time. Coming to green this time by, it'll be a green and white checkered shootout here this time. Now, last time by, the 58, and then looking at that restart, as you can see, he did move up, not quite as much as what we got in trouble for last week, but I mean, it was what I would call gray area for sure. He's gonna have to watch that. One more look on that last restart, Kaler. I mean, he definitely came above the scene, but that's where calling stuff like that becomes a hassle on guys without race control. Personally, me, I don't call that a violation, but it's going to be mighty close. You see he's coming up. Watch the car behind him, because that's kind of what I'm looking at as he comes through here, and he's going to come up, ooh, just above that seam. That is going to be, but see what happened here is the outside lane also moved up a bit as well, so that kind of gave some extra room there. That's going to be interesting. So keep an eye on this restart. This time we're going to watch it live here to see how it goes this time by, because that was utterly close from the rule that I was explained by Phil. So we're going to keep an eye on this. Ready to go green this time by. Here we go, coming to green this time by. Here we go, coming to green. Green flag's in the air. And this time, right around the bottom, perfect. Great restart there by Jared Kaler. Now, restart behind them, the 6688 machines. Double file here through turn number 2. Cole K. Thomas right there behind him. Coming through, we're going to see the white flag wave this time by. Man, oh man, Kaler out front. Right now, the 88-66 side by side. Kaler leads, 1 to go. Jared Kaler leading the way right now. Matthew Fleming, Cole K. Thomas, the 11 right there as well. Great restart battle right here for third. Off the corner, and oh, contact. We're going to have cars around. The 5 around. Kaler's going to get away. The 88's going to be stacked up with the 11 for P2. White flag in the air this time by. And it's going to be Matthew Fleming sliding in front of the 50, or the 83 there for second. But it's Jared Kaler going to victory lane, wrecking behind them. Fleming, Thomas, Rush right there as well. So Jared Taylor win at number 9 for Texas Family Racing. Wow. 9 times they went to victory lane here. And once again, they do it again. Folks, we'll be ready for post-race ceremonies in a moment. Let's talk to your race winner here. The winner of this one tonight, Jared Kaler, brings home another one in that number 58 machine. Jared Kaler, right down here in the booth. You got a copy?
I can hear you, yeah.
10-4, man. You're coming home victory lane here tonight. 66 laps led here tonight.
Yeah, it was a great race, but first off, I want to apologize to the 11 car, Matthew Roush. It was not my intention to take him out there coming off the right. He kind of checked up a bit, and I was in the aero push, and it happened all so fast. But like I said, I wanted to apologize to him. But yeah, it's a pretty dominant day, and man, yeah. Like I said, I don't really like to win races like that. So I'm sincere apology to the 11 car.
Well, man, I'll tell you what a night.
Yeah, it sure was, leading so many laps and then nailing the strategy and coming up through the field, and the whole good finish for the whole team as well. Looks like top 5 for whole TFR Racing. But gotta give a shout out to Texas Family for sponsoring me, and along with Douglas Distributing and MK2 and Beer Nuts for supporting the team.
Well, man, again, I think it's going to be win number 9 for the team. Just astounding year for Texas Family Racing this year.
Yeah, like I said earlier, we've all picked up the pace, it seems like, over the course of the year, and it's nice to see the results starting to come in, with Matthew winning last week, and then continuing the streak here today.
Well, there you have it. The streak continues. Great win for Jared
Thank you.
Taylor. All right, coming home, Fleming second here. All righty, Matthew Fleming, right down here in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir. I got you.
All right, first last week, second this week. Great run for you in the 88 Beer Nuts machine.
Yeah, thank you. Oh, yeah. We have a few good stretches here. We're going to see if we can keep this going. I tell you what.
Well, it continues, man. I tell you, you guys are just. I think it's win number 9 on the team this year for you guys. Just dominant performance all the way around. Yeah, man, I believe that's win number 9 on the year for you guys. Dominant performance all the way around as a team. Of course, you winning last week, second this week. Just bringing it back to back here. Man, just great momentum.
Oh yeah, the whole team, man. I tell you what, we got some great drivers here. Reese did a good job when he found all these drivers. So right now we're pretty much pulling off like the Hendricks, where they're so dominant right now, and well, hopefully we keep all this going. So.
Alrighty, man. Well, Mr. Matthew Fleming, P2 here tonight. Anybody like to thank, buddy?
Oh, yes, of course. We got the Beer Nuts, MK2 Aerospace, Douglas Distributing, and TFMG. Big shout out to our sponsors there. We will look forward to the next one.
All right, we'll see you down at Daytona for the road course, buddy.
Sir.
All right, let's see if we can get the 11 machine of Matthew Rush in here. Hey, Matthew Rush, it's Matt up here in the booth. Got a copy?
How you doing, Matt?
I'm doing all right, man. Doing all right. We'll come walking away P3 here tonight. Not what you really wanted, but overall solid performance.
Sure. I think I had the car to win it. Just didn't play out that way.
Well, we got your car on screen right now. A P3 car, missing the hood and everything else, buddy. So, still a top 3.
Yeah, ran out of gas actually coming out of 4. I was hoping I could hold off Fleming there, but he got around me at the finish line. So we threw it in there at the end.
Well, man, again, P3, good solid night for the 11. Well, let's see, Discord's acting up. Well, man, good solid night, man. Congratulations on a top 3 finish, buddy.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Looking forward to the road course next week.
And for Matt, anybody like to thank before I let you go?
I thank you all. I thank Phil for putting all this together and keeping it all going, and just all the guys that I run with, man. A lot of fun every Monday. So appreciate everyone.
10-4, buddy. Well, I'm going to let you go, buddy. Congratulations.
Thanks, Matt.
All right, folks, that's going to do it here tonight. And we will see you next week from the Roval at Daytona. Until then, stay safe. Have a great night. We will see you in the next one.